Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Snipeskiller here and welcome back to another World of Tanks replay here. And today guys, I just had a pretty good game in my T49, so I figured I might as well share it with you guys. So, playing the T49, the Tier 8 American light tank with that 152mm derp gun. This thing is an absolute beast on the battlefield. Really good at taking out light tanks, really good at doing good splash damage to big heavy tanks, and just whittling enemies down with its high explosive heat and even premium high explosive shells. Now to start it off, I'm going right to where all the light tanks usually love to go, which is the nice middle hill on this map. And we can see the enemy T49 and M41 Walker Bulldog had the exact same idea. And I'm kinda worried. I really don't want to get derped by that T49. These things can do massive amounts of damage with the penetration on its high explosive. 76mm is enough to go through pretty much any light tank, which makes this situation very, very dangerous. As well, there's a very good artillery player and a very accurate, fast-firing Object 261 on the enemy team. So I'm very scared about him, and I'm trying to use the rock to my advantage in that respect, and just try and not get shot by him. Now, right here I want to kind of break cover. I don't want to stay spotted by the 261, or be spotted for the 261, but I also want to get down here to be able to do more damage to enemy tanks, such as this Mutz, who comes out sideways on. Luckily I bounce him and I take a big shot from the IS-3, so that's not too bad. This thing does have 1100 hit points, which means it can take quite a beating before you have to start playing a little more passively and a little less aggressive. But all in all, we got that Mutz taken out, and you can just see that the 450 damage we did to him is what this gun is usually capable of. Unfortunately, the 261 is aiming over here, so we have to be extremely careful when we're trying to get up onto the hill. Putting this thing on the top of the hill will mean that I can get shots down on like people's engine decks. I'll be able to shoot from far distances without being spotted, and I'll also be able to pull back behind that lighthouse to keep from getting shot at by that 261. And this is going to be a very good position to go to during this battle, as we will see later on. But first, we got to make sure that the SP1C and the T49 aren't up here. I feel like it's very likely that one of them might have snuck up here, but no, it looks like we are all good. So we now have possession of the hill. I have a pretty big gun, and I'm ready to shoot whatever gets into my line of fire, including that Panzer 58 Mutz. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind with this thing is shots like this are never always going to hit. This thing has a very, very inaccurate gun. Its main accuracy is 0.6. Its stock base accuracy is 0.6, and its aim time is like 3.6 seconds. So it's really bad when you're trying to shoot this far away, especially at tanks pretty decently heavily armored and still having a lot of HP. Now, as you can see, the 0.6 accuracy does not always work. It works in a good respect some of the time, but most of the time you're going to be shooting a lot and you're going to be missing. So you have to have patience with this tank. Now, the one thing I didn't mention was this thing actually does have some pretty good gun depression. And I'm really waiting for this IS-3 to come around so I can put a big shell right into his engine deck. Is he going to pull back? Oh, he does. Unfortunately, it seems like it might have went low and hit the tracks, maybe even hit the spaced armor, but it doesn't seem like it penetrated through the top of his tank. That would have been a nice full damage shot there, probably 800 to 1100 damage. That's a lot of damage to be doing to a tier 8 heavy. But nonetheless, we're going to go for another round, see if we can get our gun depression to work here for us, and see if we can spot this IS-3. It's very likely that he turned around, maybe even went towards the Mod 1, because the Mod 1 is on very low health. But it seems like that IS-3 actually did not go around. He's actually going to be staying over here. And I'm going to be trying not to fall off the hill here. You can see quite a bit of enemy tanks down there. The Patton Korea looks like a way better target to shoot at than the IS-3. And the IS-3 was actually aiming at me for some mysterious reason. But nonetheless, we're able to get off a good shot on the M46 KR and pull back into cover to reload. It looks like our AMX-30B spotted the 261. Is he going to be able to take him out, though, is a big question. We will see in a little bit of time here. Nicely take out the Korea there. He's on very low health, and especially with firing high explosive out of this gun, you're going to be killing anything that's on pretty much 200 to 300 hit points and below. And it looks like our 30B actually did not take out that Object 261. That's not very good. That 261's a very good player. He's already up to 3 kills. He's probably going to get a lot more kills, especially with that thing being so rapidly firing and such just an accurate artillery. Now, of course, with the T-49, there are some situations where the gun actually does want to work, such as this. And that monstrous damage, it just puts a smile on your face. It's amazing just to do that much damage, especially to a equal tier light tank that has not very... this tank doesn't have very good armor, we'll put it that way. And especially the back armor is not very good. But the situation just keeps getting worse, guys. It is now a 3v3, 2 heavy tanks on the enemy team on mildly low HP, which I will probably be able to take out nice and easily. The Waffle, unfortunately, unable to take out the 1 IS-3 on very low health. But I'm kind of more worried about the IS-3 down there, because he's going to have the better chance of spotting me. He's going to have the better chance of getting a shot on me. Kind of want to do a little bit of auto aim here, see if the shell can go straight, and it does. 202 hit points, and like I said, any tank that's usually below 200 to 300 hit points, you're going to be able to take out most of the time in one shot with this gun, if you can hit. Remember, that 0.6 accuracy is very, very bad. The 261 pulls the scores back. It is now 13-13. And luckily, I am able to get a shot on the IS-3 and take him out. So this is pretty much a guaranteed win. So we're going to speed it up a little bit here. I don't want to take a lot of damage. I'm not in very good health. 315 HP is not very good. But this is just kind of showing you guys what the T-49 can do. Now, it's a very fast tank. It can usually do about 72 going on a nice flat terrain and going downhill. It'll pick up a lot of speed. And especially with the derp gun, it makes it such a fun light tank. This is actually one of my newest light tanks that I've got. I think I've only played about like 24 battles in it, and it's been so much fun. But now we're going to come up here and we're going to easily be able to take out this Object 261 and win the game. Now we just have to spot him. Now I think he might be right there. He is, and...
Say what?
So plot twist, that is what the gun usually does. The gun usually does not work all the time, and unfortunately right there we were unable to kill him. Which means that it is up to the T-92 to be able to take out this 261. The 261 has already gotten himself a top gun, just showing how much of a really good player he is. And this T-92 is going to have a very, very big task on his hand in trying to take out this Object 261. So we're going to speed it up here because the T-92 is quite a slow tank. Unfortunately, the Object 261 is a lot faster than this thing. So this guy has to, pretty much in this situation, he has to find a location to where he can ambush him, get a nice shot off on him with that. The accuracy on this gun, of course, is not very good, especially with that big damage. But even if he doesn't hit, if he splashes anywhere near the guy, he's going to be able to take him out nice and easily. So he's going to try and get to an ambush spot, and the 261 is actually right there. That is not good. So now, it's pretty much just a waiting game. Who's going to go first? Who's going to take the first shot? Who's going to take each other out? T-92 is backing up. He doesn't want to get proxy spotted by this 261. But then again, he also has to keep in mind that the 261 is a very, very fast artillery piece. It's very accurate and it fires very fast. So even if he gets a shot off, there's more than likely the Object 261 will get 2 shots off for every shot he can get off. So just moving along here a little bit, it's not often you see an Object 261 get a top gun. This T92 has a big task on his hand too. Taking out a 261 who's such a good player like this, especially with a top gun, it's got to be very concerning, especially when he's not even there. It's more than likely that the 261 is going to cap or is possibly flanking him. So the T92 has to be very cautious of what he does. Now I think he does at some point realize that the 261 is going to be flanking him. Takes him quite a while to actually figure this out though. And the 261 was actually flanking. Good call by us, and unfortunately the T92 just sealed his fate by taking a shot way too early. Need to let it aim, need to let it be a lot better, but this 261, it has very bad gun traverse. Maybe he's gonna, oh my god. Well, this is kinda awkward. Two tier 10 artilleries trying to kill each other. I once heard from a wise man, it's like watching two old people try and make love. Now, the whole point is who's going to reload first. Now, the 261 does have a good rate of fire, but the T92 did fire first, which means he might be able to get a shot off, but unfortunately the 261, with that way better, way more superior reload, is able to take him out, and unfortunately this game results in a loss, even though we did almost potentially carry the game. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this replay of me and the T49. Unfortunately, unable to carry the game here, even though this thing is such an amazing tank. Unfortunately, we are unable to carry the game, especially with that 0.6 accuracy on this thing and that aim time. And I think that really contributed to us not winning the game. Now, what I could have probably done, yet I kind of neglected to do, was I could have waited to take the shot on the Object 261, but then again he would have had a way better time to be able to try and shoot me without me even getting a shot off. But nonetheless, it was still a very good game, so let's check out the post-game stats and see how we did in this game. So welcome to the post-battle results screen, ladies and gentlemen. If you were expecting something completely amazing, well, I am not the greatest player, so unfortunately this is all I could do during this battle on Cliff. I got a 3rd class mastery badge and some small medals, bruiser, fighter, and fire for effect. And as well, we also got 2nd on damage, doing 3,107. We killed 4 enemy tanks, got 750 base experience, which for a defeat isn't that bad. But the J Panther 2 got way better, 1,159. He did a really good job in this battle. But also good job to this Object 261 picking up 4,800 damage. That's probably a Top Gun, high caliber bruiser. That's quite a good result. Unfortunately, the J Panther 2 did a little bit better in the experience department. But checking out here, we did a little bit of assistance damage, not too much. Almost half of our damage was done from over 300 meters, but you gotta remember, the 0.6 accuracy is not always going to do this. So these epic results aren't really going to happen as often as you'd want them to, but they're still pretty satisfying when you get them. And with making 39,414 credits, we came out with 18,640 credits. So not too bad of a result. Did a semi-decent job, and I feel like we totally had a big impact in this game. Unfortunately, the 0.6 accuracy of the derp gun failed us at the last minute, unable to let us carry this game. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, not the best carry in the world. Unfortunately, we were not able to carry, but we did do quite a decent job here. I believe we did an okay job here, especially being this a new tank for me. It was completely awesome to have this result in this tank, especially since, you know, I'm not very good with big guns that don't have very good accuracy. I like guns that have a lot better accuracy and shoot a lot better. But again, thank you all for watching. Be sure to check out some of my other videos and even like, comment, or subscribe for my channel. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. So take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.